Hi everyone, and welcome to A&P with Dr. O. Let's go ahead and take a look at the esophagus underneath the microscope. We're actually going to look at the histology of the esophagus, the stomach, the small intestine, and the large intestine. And when we look at the histology of these organs, we're going to see that they have similar layers. They will all have a mucosa that is made of some sort of epithelial tissue and an underlying lamina propria. They will all have a submucosa. They will all have a muscularis externa layer made up of smooth muscle. And then they will all have an outer layer known as the serosa, except in the esophagus, we call it the adventitia. If we think back to trying to find our epithelium and the mucosa, the epithelium, remember, always faces some sort of free space. This is going to be the apical surface. That means that what we're looking at here is going to be the epithelium, which is part of the mucosa. In this case, the epithelium, and we can see it over here as well. That epithelium is going to be stratified squamous epithelium. And we can see several layers of cells. That's why we use the term stratified. And especially as the cells get closer to the surface, they become elongated, they become squamous, or I like to think about them as becoming squished. This is one way we can differentiate between the esophagus and the stomach underneath the microscope, is the esophagus will have stratified squamous epithelium. This layer is also going to be our mucosa layer, because again, the mucosa is our epithelium plus underlying connective tissue that we call lamina propria. The next layer that we are going to see is going to be more connective tissue that is known as the submucosa. So we have this deeper connective tissue, and that will be our submucosa. Then we have this really big layer of smooth muscle. That's going to be our muscularis externa. And then again, our outermost layer is going to be usually the serosa in our other organs that we're going to look at. But in the esophagus, we use the term adventitia.